Good day, folks. Chris Proctor and the weapons teams here with the details on Destiny 2 Into the Light weapon set. In Destiny 2 Into the Light, we wanted to ship new versions of as many of the most iconic weapons possible from all over Destiny history as we could, including a couple of the original Destiny throwbacks. With an updated art as well as rebuilt or brand new perks, many of the original versions can no longer be acquired, while others can still be obtained from endgame activities. We've pulled these weapons from many sources, including raids, pinnacle weapons, black armory, and one epic meme. When we carefully weighed the impact of rebuilding certain weapons against the others before deciding on these two to represent different eras of the game and a variety of weapon archetypes. The selection we ended up with is 12 iconic weapons remembered with a smile by many players. Many of these have random rolls for the very first time, while others have updated perk pools. Our goal was to make them feel as like they used to, and they retained. Our goal was to make them feel like they used to, and many retained their original stat packages, but others had to be updated to achieve that feel in current weapon sandbox. But let us be clear, only Destiny 2 Into the Light light versions of these weapons have updated perk pools, even compared to the weapons that are currently obtainable in game. Each weapon comes with a brand new origin trait, Indomitability, and many of them can roll with a new right column trait, Desperate Measures. We also made sure that these brave arsenal weapons were updated to our current art quality bar, and they have a consistent visual theme across the whole set. Okay, so if you guys didn't know, Indomitability is a new origin trait that I did go over in the first video. If you haven't seen it, let's go over it now. Indomitability states that final blows with light subclasses grant grenade energy, and with dark subclasses grant melee energy. So that's gonna be pretty good. Let's see how this origin trait works with the new perks that are able to roll on this weapon. Starting with Forbearance. This wave frame grenade launcher has been a staple in the PvE since shipped. With potent combinations of Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction, it was only the second special ammo to include the strong add clear perk. Yes, sir. It's still great. This is from the Vow of the Disciple raid, so normally it requires ownership of the Witch Queen and an active raid group to get it. But we want all players to experience this so strong it could be an exotic weapon to get a taste of the endgame artillery. We also took this opportunity to update this perk to include Disruption Break, Demolitionist, and more. Now, I find it funny that they say that because here it is. This is from the Vow of the Disciple raid, so normally it requires ownership of the Witch Queen and an active raid group to get it. But we want all players to experience this so strong it could be an exotic weapon and get a taste of endgame artillery. If you guys didn't know, during the Firing Range podcast, Mercury was on there and said that chain reaction is getting nerfed. So I feel like they're doing this just so everybody can have a chance to use this extremely strong weapon before it gets nerfed in final shape. So in the third column, it can roll with Unrelenting, Stats for All, Demolitionist, Ambitious Assassin, Surplus, Steady Hands, and Disruption Break. In the fourth column, it can roll with Wellspring, Golden Tricorn, One for All, Bait and Switch, Chain Reaction, Rampage, and Desperate Measures. Okay. So they said before, we don't know what Desperate Measures is. I feel like I wish they would go over it, but we'll see. Unless Desperate Measures is Last Stand. That could be it too, because they said it was renaming it. For me personally, guys, when I got this specific roll to drop on me when I was doing Vow of the Disciple for the first couple of times. I use Unrelenting and Chain Reaction. Me personally, I know some people love Ambitious Assassin Chain Reaction, but I've got Unrelenting Chain Reaction, and I love it. The health bump you get on top of this one doesn't have the origin trait. The regular version of Forbearance has an origin trait that gives you health back depending on the amount of damage and hits you deal before you reload. This, in combination with Unrelenting, gives you full health every time you basically wipe a room or you do a wave, basically. So help you stay alive. Obviously, this Forbearance will have a different origin trait, so it might be even more warranted to get Unrelenting. But obviously, if you want to do the best ad clearing you possibly can, feel free to go with the Ambitious Assassin and Chain Reaction. Succession came with Beyond Light and Season of the Hunt. With this combination of reconstruction and vorpal weapon, this sniper rifle does not have to be manually reloaded. It hits very hard and sees a lot of long range usage in the long range Nightfall encounters, raid and Nightfall encounters. I apologize. Alert players into Deepstone Crypt raid when Beyond Light launched, and again when the weapon said it was reprised more recently. As with Forbearance, while requiring this weapon from Deepstone Crypt raid requires ownership of Beyond Light, this version will be available to all players. In the third column, it has Moving Target, No Distractions, Lead from Gold, Reconstruction, Friendly Planet, Demolitionist, and Discord. In the fourth column, it's got Snapshot, Redirection, Recombination, Vorpal Weapon, Focus Fury, Firing Line, Box Breathing, and Desperate Measures. Okay. For me personally, the only reason why I don't have this, I might go craft it now, because if you guys don't know, at the beginning of Lightfall, they gave like a big bonus to kinetic special weapon damage. And for a while, since like Season of the Chosen, I've been using Thoughtless, which is the stasis sniper, with overflow and with focus free for solo and firing line for raids. It's really good, but kinetic damage is better than a stasis one. So I might just give this a grab. Might get, there's no it's reconstruction. So I'm probably gonna go with reconstruction, focus fury for solo, firing line for multiplayer, maybe even box breathing, but I'm not really sure. We still don't know if I'm still like on the fence. I'm assuming that Last Stand and Desperate Measures are the same thing. If you guys don't know, they said that Last Stand, which was in the live stream yesterday as I covered it, and it basically it's basically another form of Golden Tricorn, but getting a regular kill gives a regular damage bonus. But if you get a grenade or melee kill, it gives you an increased damage bonus, which is similar to Golden Tricorn, but I believe Golden Tricorn gives a bigger bonus. On top of, you have to get a kill first and then get a melee kill. This one you can do in any order of operations. Plus the timer's longer as well. So if Desperate Measures is Last Stand, because they did say they was going to rename it, and when it came, maybe that'll be good. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be between these three. Because Vorpal Weapon is like 15% on special weapons. Why would use that when you can get like 30% here? So not worth it. For PvP, maybe Snapshot Moving Target. You can't go wrong with those two. Fallen Guillotine, Shadowkeep, Season of the Rivals. The first legendary Vortex frame sword, Fallen Guillotine, is descended from the Dark Drinker sword from the original Destiny. It immediately jumped into the top of the sword meta when it shipped, and is still relevant now, making it one of the most persistently popular legendary swords in Destiny 2. Now, Fallen Guillotine is back with an updated perk pool and some spicy combos, including Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds, and Chain Reaction and Surrounded, a longtime favorite of Relentless Strikes and Whirlwind Blade. That is the god roll. Never mind, I take it back. Hold on. Let me get there first. Third column, Vorpal, Relentless Strikes, Repulsor Brace, Frenzy, Attrition Orbs, Chain Reaction, and Duelist Trance. Fourth column, Surrounded, Whirlwind Blade, Destabilizing Rounds, Eager Edge, Bait and Switch, Sword Logic, and Desperate Measures. Bro, did they really just give us the Slammer and then just come out and give us Fallen Guillotine that can roll with almost the exact same rolls? Granted, I'm not in there. I wasn't in the GM that long to get it. I got my regard roll like on my 5th run. So I didn't take that long. But I know a couple of my clanmates was farming that dang Lightfall for ages just for them to come back out with Fallen Guillotine with the basically same roll. Well, that blows. Now there really is no reason to go get a Slammer for Bait and Switch. Just get freaking Code Steal. That sucks, I guess, but okay. Relentless Strikes, Bait and Switch would probably be good. Relentless Strikes with Sword Logic as well. Or you could go with the old favor of Relentless Strike and Whirlwind Blade. Either one is fine. Recluse, whew, I'm home. I feel home. This weapon shipped as a Pinnacle Crucible reward, instantly becoming mandatory in PvE and ruling PvP with an iron fist. Now it is back with random rolls, including the iconic perk Master of Arms. Kills with any weapon improve this weapon's damage for a short time. We've tweaked up his perk to be more balanced than the previous version, but the Recluse remains as an extremely potent PvP and PvE option. Third column, Feeding Frenzy, Enlightened Action, Subsistence, Threat Detector, Repulsor Brace, Hipfire Grip, Dynamic Sway Reduction. Okay, all in the third column. Master of Arms in the first column, Target Lock, Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, Surrounded, Tap the Trigger, and Desperate Measures. So I could get, man, bro, yeah, I just got a title that I wanted to get with Destabilizing Rounds and Repulsor Brace. That's getting deleted as of this video. That's getting deleted because I don't need this. I want Recluse. So I'm going to get, if you want the OG roll, they did say the curator roll, because we already saw it's going to roll with Feeding Frenzy, Ricochet Rounds, and Master of Arms. What I'm leading toward for PvE, outside of that, you could do Repulsor Brace with Master of Arms. Throw this on a Gerfalcon Hunter. You get the damage boost with Repulsor Brace, giving you the overshield when you kill somebody with a Void debuff, and you get the Void debuff for Destabilizing Rounds from Gerfalcons. That could be really good. I'm interested in trying that. For PvP, maybe a Dynamic Sway, Tap the Trigger roll for consistency. You can do Dynamic Sway, Master of Arms for a little bit of damage boost. Target Lock doesn't really do that much anymore as it used to. So there's other options that are better. Like I could easily say maybe like I said, even if Desperate Measures is last stand, you can do Desperate Measures as well. But for PvP, I'm gonna be going for the Dynamic Sway Master of Arms, and then Dynamic Sway Tap the Trigger. I just want to see how it works. For Mountaintop, another pinnacle PvP weapon that was the backbone of raid teams for more than a year, the Mountaintop had a massive damage output PvE and PvP. We've turned its micro missile perk into a new breach grenade launcher intrinsic perk, so it retains the functionality but has 2 traits on top of that. We don't want to return to the days of Mountaintop PvP meta, so we opted to rebuild Micro Missile. It retains its PvE strength, but with decreased self-damage and massively increased physic impulse. Hilarity ensues. So if you guys don't know what to mean by that, they did say that you can rocket jump with this thing now, which is really cool. I'm interested to see some incredible Guardian is going to do something crazy with this thing and like grapple. Who knows? So for perks, in the third column, we have Ambitious Assassin, Impulse Amplifier, Demolitionist, Lead from Gold, Slick Draw, Auto-Loading Holster, and Overflow. For the fourth column, we got Rampage, Verbal Weapon, Adrenaline Junkie, One for All, Harmony, Recombination, and Frenzy. So for PvE, I don't really see a reason for Overflow when Ambitious Assassin is right here. Unless Overflow like boosted it up to like 4 in a mag, which I doubt it. I think it might be 3 maximum. But I know with Ambitious Assassin on regular breach loaded grenade launchers for Waveframe's existence, the max that you can get in Forbearance, I believe, is 2 per bullet, per rocket. So if Overflow can get 3, then maybe. But Ambitious Assassin is going to be more consistent because all you got to do is get 1 kill and you're automatically going to have 2 in the chamber. So I'm going to say probably go with Ambitious Assassin. And then any damage perk that you want. I could honestly see Harmony being a great pick for this. You get a kill with Recluse, swap out to Mountaintop, get a damage boost from Harmony. I believe Harmony is like 30%. Let me go Google that. Check my references. Harmony is a 20% damage boost. So you get a 20% damage boost. That's already better than Vorpal because Vorpal is 15% of special weapons. So you get... I could definitely see that. I don't understand what Impulse Amplifier could do other than making the rocket already faster than it already was. Because if you guys don't know, before they changed it, or before we had it, Micro Missile literally made Mountaintop a rocket launcher. It went exactly where you shot this thing. Like it did not arc at all. So I'm interested to see what Impulse Amplifier does. But I could say just go with Ambitious Assassin and any damage perk you want here. If you feel like running a grenade roll, run Adrenaline Junkie, but you could also do Demolitions to Adrenaline Junkie as well. You can get the reload from throwing a grenade, and you can get the energy back for getting kills, and then Adrenaline Junkie gives you a damage bonus to ×5 just by getting a grenade kill. So that's really good. Hammerhead, Season of the Forge. The first legendary machine gun introduced in Destiny 2 is an overdue for a return. Hammerhead is still considered one of the best of its best in kind and is coming back with top tier perks in that iconic Black Armory style. The new perk combinations of Rampage Killing Tally and Rampage Desperate Measures are particularly spicy for PvE. Third column, Feeding Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, Envious Assassin, Rampage, 4th Time's a Charm, Rewind Rounds, and Under Over. Fourth column, Surrounded, High Impact Reserves, Target Lock, Onslaught, Killing Tally, Desperate Measures, and Tap the Trigger. This thing can roll Onslaught on it? Man! Now hear me out here. Rampage Onslaught can be kind of cool. Don't forget that Onslaught gives you a secret reload scaler as well. Rampage Killing Tally do seem kind of cool. If you get it, it could be cool. But I think the ability to have the damage bonus from Rampage with the increased rate of fire from Onslaught and then be able to continue that rate of fire because Onslaught gives you the reload speed scaler, which might give you enough time to reload fast enough and get another kill to keep Rampage going. But if you want to go with tried and true, Feeding Frenzy, Killing Tally, Rampage, Killing Tally, like they said, Tap the Trigger. I could even see for PvP because I don't know. I haven't tried grenade launchers, machine guns, PvP. I know that they get a buff, but I still see people running around with jail, so who knows? Tap the Trigger, freaking maybe Rewind Rounds or Envious Assassin. I don't know. Who knows? But this is more of a PvE weapon. Anyway, this, my friend, is a PvP weapon. Blast Furnace. No, the first, but certainly the most beloved aggressive Blast Furnace, not the first, but certainly the most beloved aggressive burst, aka 4 burst pulse rifle. Blast Furnace now comes equipped with the Rasmussen ISA scope by default and rolls barrels instead of scopes in the first column. It was a powerhouse when it arrived, and once again with the advantage of top-tier new perks, including potent combination of kinetic tremors and Firefly for PvE, and Zen Moment and Rapid Hit perfectly stable roll for PvP. Third column, Zen Moment, Snapshot, Shoot to Loot, Keep Away, Perpetual Motion. No! Perpetual Motion, Kinetic Tremors, and Head Seeker. If Shoot to Loot, Kinetic Tremors was in a different columns, I'd be able to replace my Battle Scar, even though I just got it. Who knows? So that's the third column. Fourth column, Kill Clip, Firefly, One for All, Frenzy, Rampage, Rapid Hit, Desperate Measures. For PvP, like I said, Zen Moment, Firefly for ultimate stability. Zen Moment is going to give you stability as you shoot. Then since it's aggressive burst, it shoots four bullets per burst. Rapid Hit is going to give you even more stability on the back end. It's going to be great. Literally, you're going to shoot straight. I don't think there's ever going to be a gun release that shoots straighter than this. I'm joking, of course, unless there's one. Edge Transit. The heavy grenade launcher is a longtime fan favorite for most often requested weapon to be reprised in the list by far. Okay, not really, but the ridiculous drop rate in early Forsaken was such a persistent meme that we couldn't resist including it and turning it into one of the strongest grenade launchers in the entire game. With the greatest hits of grenade launcher damage perks and the one particularly spicy option of Cascade Point in the third column, which is rare. They're saying that because that's Cascade Point is usually a fourth column perk. With Chain Reaction getting buffed on drum grenade launchers in the final shape, the Chain Reaction plus the stabilizing round combo provides some of the most potent ad clear in the game. And Cascade Point with Bait and Switch is particularly synergistic for single target damage. This weapon can also be pulled. This weapon is also why we pulled the heavy grenade launcher buff from final shape into the 7.3.5 update. Like they said, first one, before I even get to my thoughts, third column, Chain Reaction, Cascade Point, Impulse Amplifier, Field Prep, Ambitious Assassin, Envious Assassin, Repulsor Brace. Fourth column, Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, Deconstruction, One for All, Bait and Switch, Full Court, and Explosive Light. They said it here, I don't even got it. They took the words out of my mouth. Cascade Point, Bait and Switch. Even with Bait and Switch did get a nerf, it's still really good. Incredibly good. We've been using Bait and Switch for like 2 years now. There's no reason all of us aren't used to it. Cascade Point, you're going to be able to blow, as Cross says, blow your load as fast as possible. Literally, you're going to be able to let off like 8, maybe like, what's the mag hole? Like what, 6 or 7 in the rounds for Edge Transit? I can't really remember. This could be wrong. Edge Transit originally in the original rolled with 6 in the magazine, unless they changed it. So you got a 6 in the magazine, and then you can roll with Ambitious Assassin if you want some more ammo, get some kills, put more in there when you reload. But you go, like they said, I think Cascade Point with Bait and Switch is gonna be beautiful. But you're like, but here's another thing, it's an adaptive frame too. So if you guys don't know, bro, they are pulling out all the stops. Cataphract, they're both Edge Transit and Cataphract. The best grenade launcher in the game until now, honestly. It's also an adaptive grenade launcher, and it can also roll with Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch, which means me, who's been diving headfirst into trials, pulling my hair out, no longer has to go in there. We love to see it, but still, it can roll with Envious Assassin and Bait and Switch. So if you want the longer damage phase roll, you can go with that. But if you want the DPS I need as fast as possible, like if you guys watched or played Deepstone Cripple Day 1, this Cascade Point Bait and Switch would have been beautiful. Of all the weapon types we wanted to include, selecting a limited number of hand cannons was by far the hardest. We probably could have filled the entire list of often requested hand cannons. We did not forget them, but there are a couple that stand out both on nostalgia and dominance, one of which is Howl. Originally, it was a precision frame 180 hand cannon, and Magnificent Howl perk will let you 2 taps to the following up kills in PvP, driving massive amounts of players into engage in a competitive PvP when launched as a pinnacle weapon. The blistering fast time to kill, TTK, was a bit over the top and the amount of effort weapon required, so we reduced the rate of fire and redesigned the perk to have a higher reward for more effort than the original. For this iteration, we've kept it a precision frame, 140 RPM hand cannon, and redesigned the Magnificent Howl perk. The number of precision final blows before reloading affects the total of rounds granted with increased damage and range. Precision final blows with Magnificent Howl active extend the effect for additional rounds. This allows those 2 taps, but more effort is required, and the precision frame will still make it easier to control. So once again, if you guys didn't watch the video before this one, they did say that it's gonna shoot with have the shooting animation of a 180, so it just pushes back at you, but it shoots at 140 RPM, so that's really cool. Third column, Eye of the Storm, Subsistence, Discord, Encore, Slide Shot, Enlightened Action, and Heal Clip. Fourth column, Magnificent Howl, Kill Clip, Incandescent, Desperate Measures, Opening Shot, Precision Instrument, and Harmony. I don't know how good Precision Instrument is on 140s, but seeing how good it is on 120s, this could be beautiful. This could be a go-to. We'll see. No, it didn't make sense to ship Not Forgotten in this release, but we're on the lookout for a good opportunity to bring that back too. They heard us. Destiny 2 Year 1 Midnight Coup. This hand cannon dominated PvP and PvE in Year 1, mostly because raid weapons were the only ones with 2 trait combos back then. Plus, it had amazing stats. These have fallen behind a little, so we've updated them at the same time. We have given them a brand new purple. It still includes the original combo of Outlaw Rampage, but keep an eye on Firefly Kinetic Tremors for PvE and Moving Target Zen Moment for PvP consistency role. Third column, Outlaw, Firefly, Shoot to Loot, Explosive Payload, Moving Target, Attrition Orbs, and Enlightened Action in the third column. For the fourth, Rampage, Kinetic Tremors, Zen Moment, One for All, Frenzy, Opening Shot, and Desperate Measures. This is cool. Now I'm interested to see. They did say, like they said, Outlaw Rampage is still there. But you can go Firefly, Kinetic Tremors, you can go Explosive Payload, Kinetic Tremors. I'm assuming that would trigger Kinetic Tremors a bit faster because it counts as 2 different hits. Or you could go Attrition Orbs, Kinetic Tremors. That could be kind of cool because you guys got to remember that hand cannons did get a damage buff in PvE. Now, Hung Jury SR4 came with the Taken King in Destiny 1. The Hung Jury SR4 was at one time the most requested weapon to bring forward in the original Destiny. And we did in Destiny 2 Season of the Slicer. But it was only right to include it again and give us legacy. No, it was not. It was not right. We have had Hung Jury come back to us like 4 times. G. It's still in the loophole for Zavala. Why? Well, let's see what it comes with. Third column, Rewind Rounds, Enlightened Action, Kinetic Tremors, Rapid Hit, Shoot to Loot. It's already worse than the original one. If the original one let's finish this first. Kinetic Tremors, Rapid Hit, Shoot to Loot, No Distractions, Loose Change in the third column. For the fourth column, we have One for All, Cascade Point, Box Breathing, Firefly, Precision Instrument, Desperate Measures, and Explosive Payload. The reason I have my Hung Jury is because I want another weapon with Shoot to Loot and Kinetic Tremors, because Kinetic Tremors procs, and then Shoot to Loot also procs and Kinetic Tremors, so you get orb pickups, and your ammo pickups, and dealing damage with Kinetic Tremors. And picking all that up with Kinetic Tremors, or you get to pick off the ammo, the orbs, all that stuff with Kinetic Tremors. It's beautiful. That's why I use it. This cannot roll that on this one. I guess you could go with maybe freaking Enlightened Action Box Breathing, or Enlightened Action Precision Instrument, or Desperate Measures. The only other option is Distraction. No Distraction. Loose Change is trash from what I hear, even after the buff. So that kind of sucks. Elsie's Rifle from original Destiny. Known as the Stranger's Rifle when originally shipped, this pulse rifle is familiar to any Guardian who played through the original Destiny campaign, and it's the oldest weapon on the list. Now it returns as a void weapon with a top tier PvE and PvP perks. Third column, Feeding Frenzy, Zen Moment, Repulsor Brace, Loose Change, Keep Away, Under, Over, and Rewind Rounds. In the fourth column, Adrenaline Junkie, Frenzy, Destabilizing Rounds, Kill Clip, Desperado, Desperate Measures, and Headseeker. For PvP, 100%, Zen Moment, Headseeker. Without a doubt. Or you could do Zen Moment, Kill Clip. Or, I'm tripping, Keep Away, Headseeker. Beautiful. You can't go wrong either of these perks. PvP, Feeding Frenzy, Adrenaline Junkie. You can do Repulsor Brace, Stabilizing Rounds, Loose Change, Stabilizing Rounds for the reload. But this is probably going to be a PvP weapon. It's basically no time to explain, which is already amazing just without the exotic trait. But it's also got random rolls. So that's beautiful. And that's all of them. Half of these weapons will be available starting April 9th, including Recluse, Hung Jury, SR4, Succession, Ed Transit, Elsie's Rifle, and Falling Guillotine. The remainder will be on lock. Oh my God, they're time gating the guns? What? You had a win. You had a win, Bungie, and you threw it away. The remainder will unlock one at a time each week through May 21st. The Brave Arsenal weapons will continue to drop from Onslaught after the final shape, but the limited edition variants won't be available until after June 3rd. So go get them and while you still have the chance. We hope you are as hyped and as we are about Onslaught and the Brave Arsenal, and that you found the information we shared with you today useful. And there's still a lot more to share. Our third and final live stream focused on Destiny 2 Into the Light will air on April 2nd. This is exactly 1 week before the content drops on April 9th. We can't wait until then, Guardians. Before all this happens, bro, I know this is a long video, I'm sorry. Bungie, you had a win. It was right there. You had it. It was in your hands. This is the biggest definition of a fumble. Why? What was the point of time getting these? Give us the guns. Why? Why? Good Lord. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I think this, like I said, this is an incredible fumble. Why? Why would you not give us all the guns possible? Why? Anyway, hope you have a good one. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And remember, stay spooky. God damn it, Bungie, bro. You had one job.